Hello and welcome back to episode 10 of the Opinunited podcast.
It's been a busy week in the Premier League. Some crazy results, some not so crazy results, and more chaos down at the bottom of the Premier League.
Yeah, so we're going to start by heading off to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for a calamitous
Yes.
defeat.
Speaking of chaos,
Tottenham
what?
v Leicester.
Yeah, it's a horrible time to be a Tottenham fan, I would imagine. Yeah, they probably thought it was all going well, and they were on track, and then Tottenham happens.
Basically, Tottenham Tottenham, their injury situation, their fitness held off, and basically the lack of energy on the field led to Leicester's two quick-fire goals.
Tottenham, I mean, they went ahead with Richarlison, so they must have felt good. But then, yeah, that double strike by Vardy and who's got the other
Well,
one?
Canus.
Yeah, El Canus. Really sorted Leicester out, and there's a big result for Ruud van Nistelrooy because now I think they're out of the relegation
Yeah.
zone. So massive win for Leicester, and it breaks their own run of 7 losses on the bounce. But for Tottenham, oh. And Postecoglou is on thin ice now. He's very close to being fired, I'd imagine. I think he's probably being saved by the fact that they're still in the Carabao Cup and still in the Europa League because the Premier League form is very much dragging them into a relegation battle.
Yeah. They could maybe be in the relegation zone by the end of the season.
Yeah.
So,
But I don't really know what Daniel Levy's doing because you'd have thought that they would buy some players, especially with the injury situation.
yeah.
Or they would sack the manager, and they've not really done either. They've not backed him or sacked him, so they're stuck in this middle ground where they're just drifting towards the relegation zone.
Mm. Uh, but hopefully some of their defenders will coming back quite soon.
Yeah, I think
Van der
that.
Ven is
Yeah,
coming. And so hopefully they can use the transfer window as it's coming to an end
yeah.
quite quickly to buy some players. And Leicester, on the other hand, on a roll, finally breaking their strike. And Ruud van Nistelrooy might be very happy with the side to beat Tottenham.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
You probably will want some players too,
mm,
because that squad is not really that great.
the greatest.
I mean, they've had some good performances. I mean, against Man City, I thought they should have won, but they just weren't critical. And they need to start putting their chances away. But we'll see what happens to them. At the moment, I'd still fancy them to go down because the squad is so weak. But stranger things have happened. We'll see how it goes.
I want them to stay up because they're a good side. I like the Leicester team. They've always had a good side and they've also won the Premier League. So,
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to have a Premier League winner back down in the Championship.
yeah. And so let's see what happens. We'll move on to our next game, which was a good one for West Ham and Graham Potter's side. Villa versus West Ham.
Yeah, similar story. Villa went 1-0 up, and they probably thought that they could seal that 3 points. But West Ham have been battling under Potter, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka in particular was really good.
Yeah.
I think it's a great result for them to get that equalizer, and it gets them further away from the relegation zone. So they'll start to build on this and really progress up the league.
Yeah, it's quite a needed one for West Ham because they need some big results against big teams.
Yeah.
Villa have made some signings this
Yeah,
transfer window. They bought Daniel Marlin
yeah. I think they're
into the
still trying to
side.
add some more players as well.
Yeah,
So
so it's quite a strong side.
yeah, they'll be looking to push on in the Champions League. So it'll be
Mm.
interesting to see how their Premier League form continues because top four seems unlikely for them. So they have a decision to make about how to prioritize what. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, for West Ham, I think it's a good science because with Potter, you don't always have this immediate improvement, but his long-term tactical improvement for the team is massive. So having that already is a massive plus, and
Mm.
they could expect good things as they go forward.
Yep, now they're I believe they're just above Manchester United and Tottenham in the league, so they'll be able to push on that and try to get into the top 10 of the league. The other hand for Villa, they'll be a bit disappointed not to get another goal with lots and lots of chances
Mm,
just coming and going.
yeah.
And I really think West Ham deserved that second goal after the high press from they had Salah with the goal line with the goal cleared away by Konsa, and there was a lot of other chances. But I'm also going to highlight Edson Alvarez for his work rate, but
Yeah.
maybe shouldn't have stayed on the pitch as he nearly got booked for a
Yeah.
second time, but he
Yeah.
played quite
True.
well, I think.
Yeah, he did. He did. I agree. I agree.
Right, we'll move on to another game which was quite needed for Manchester United. United v Fulham.
Yeah, not the best of games to watch. There wasn't many chances either side.
Mm,
But Lisandro Martinez took his shot, like, yeah, took his chance, hoped for the best, and got a lucky deflection. But Man United will absolutely take that. I mean,
yeah.
there were some questionable things across the performance. Like the strikers didn't do really well. They didn't have much impact and involvement. They're still trying to figure out how to play in this system, I think, because you could see it's just not attacking enough at the moment.
Mm,
So it really makes the striker's job harder. But yeah, there was also a special moment for Toby Collier with the goal line clearance.
yeah.
He did really well. He did really well.
I
He got
think
one.
he's playing very well for a youngster.
Yeah,
Him and Mainu are really helping that side go up and up. And
yeah,
although they're one of the youngest, I think they're the really core of the midfield right now.
absolutely. I think they'll play a vital part for
Mm.
United going forward.
Yeah, I think United will be happy with the result, but Fulham would be disappointed. They were probably hoping for a nil-nil.
Oh yeah, I think most people thought that Fulham were probably going to win.
Mm.
So to come away with a 1-0 loss is a blow for them, and they're
Mm.
pushed up for European places.
Yeah, now they've dropped back. And now
Yeah,
they're currently sitting at ninth or 10th, I believe. And so that push for the Conference League place still needs to be up there because there's not lots of teams now.
yeah,
Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest,
yeah,
also Chelsea not going to really have a chance at the Champions League now after
yeah,
their
yeah,
run of defeats. But
yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, interesting time for both. You'd expect both to have some transfer activity at the end of the window. So we'll see.
Now, we're speaking of Chelsea, and we'll go to their game, City versus
Yeah.
Chelsea.
A real disappointing performance from Chelsea, I think. They were gifted a goal from Kusanov's error.
What
Um,
a way to start
yeah,
your.
not an ideal debut for him, but coming to the Premier League is never easy.
Mm,
But yeah, City will be delighted because they've been getting results where they haven't been that great, but in this game in particular, they were definitely the better side
mm.
and cruised really to victory against Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea had good chances though with Cole Palmer, the square for Jackson.
Yeah,
I thought it would have been a good game, but Chelsea didn't take the valuable chances they got. And
yeah, I think you probably would have hoped for more from Palmer against his former team,
mm,
but yeah, there was just not much from the whole Chelsea side.
yeah,
And it's another error for Robert Sanchez, who now leads the Premier League in errors leading to goals. So yeah, it's lots to look at for Chelsea still.
what was he doing? But we'll see because Chelsea want a lot of more signings to depth in their
Oh yeah,
squad.
they're still trying to sign Garnacho,
Yeah.
which is not a great, not what Man United fans probably want to hear, but let's see what happens. Man United need the money, and Chelsea just like signing players. So who knows what will happen?
Yeah. City have now just brought four players in.
Yeah,
Omar Mamouche starting and playing 74 minutes,
yeah, I
which
thought it
was
was quite good.
quite a good start to the season. Kusanov also played 54 minutes, and both of them, I thought, after Kusanov's era, he played quite well, strong at the back, and um, I think it's a good result for City.
Yeah, definitely.
Not a great result for Ipswich, not one they wanted,
Yeah,
but they're having a rocky road. Liverpool
they
v Ipswich.
yeah they would have expected to lose this game. I would think Liverpool obviously the best team in the league, and they saw teams around them, stumbling and dropping points here and there. So they've just been ruthless and continuously getting the win. They were very much comfortable in this game and probably disappointed to concede a goal
Mm.
because yeah, 4-0 they were well on top. But
Cruising highs.
yeah. and they just continuously apply the pressure. It's hard to see anyone stopping them winning the league this year.
Mm. Liverpool are just devastating. We've told them again and again they're not going to be stopped. And which team will find to end their road, we will find out later. Not many signings for Liverpool in the transfer window.
No, no, and I don't think
I
they
don't think they need it,
I don't
but
think they will because they probably want to just keep their group together, focus on getting the three expiring contracts sorted, and yeah, they'll probably look to improve more in the summer where they can spend more wisely
yeah,
and know what they need to sort out rather than
especially for like Trent and Mohamed Salah leaving.
yeah.
But
As if they do leave, we did. There's still a chance that they might stay. You
mm,
never know. You never
but
know.
they just bought Chiesa for backup, so
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think
They've
they,
got a contingency.
yeah, I think they will have a. It'll be weird if they don't win the league. So
Yeah, it would have
I,
to be a yeah massive collapse from here to not
yeah,
win.
and so I want Ipswich to stay up because I like Kieran McKenna. I like how Ipswich play, but
Yeah.
with the
Yeah,
results, it's just
yeah, the squad is really, really weak.
yeah.
They're probably lucky to keep Enciso on the pitch after his foul. But they're making some good moves. I like the addition of Ben Godfrey. But they probably need a little bit more.
Mm,
That squad is a team that's gone from League One to
the
Premier
championship,
League in like no time. So yeah, it's needing some strengthening.
yeah.
But yeah, interesting
Right,
times.
we'll move to the big one of the matches.
Yeah.
Bournemouth v Nottingham Forest, a result
Yeah, what
we
again?
weren't planning to
Yeah,
see.
Nottingham Forest on a 7 game winning streak, and that came abruptly to an end. And Bournemouth have just been probably the best team to watch, and pound for pound, probably the best team. I know Liverpool have been like the strongest all season, but given the Bournemouth budget and the players they have and the resources they have, what they're doing is incredible,
Right.
and their coaching job is superb. And the
Yeah.
5-0 result was again just like Chelsea, they just deserved the result. They were just so much better.
Like four against Newcastle, five against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
Who can say where this team's going to go?
yeah. I hope they continue pushing up and get a top 4 place because they deserve it. They've
Yeah.
just been incredible.
And Iriola has done some magical things
Yeah,
with this team.
yeah. And Cliver is still scoring. He's
Ouattara
yeah,
with the hat trick.
yeah. And then
And with Hudson-Odoi missing from the squad, Nottingham Forest just lapped it.
yeah, I agree. And Bournemouth are already a team that is going to cause a lot of people trouble because they play really, really good football. And even with the injuries they have, it didn't really phase them. So they
Mm,
have players to come back and really strengthen the squad still as well. So they are well worth a European place this season. It just depends on which competition they go to.
yeah. The sad defeat for Nottingham Forest now. I believe they've just dropped back behind Arsenal, and so
Yes.
they'll be looking to keep that top four place. But
Yeah, they will want to get that sorted out soon because Man City will continue to be relentless, and it could be a case where they easily slide out the top 4. So they have to be focused and put this result behind them and get back onto it next week.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's an interesting one.
mm,
Yeah, the league is shaping up nicely. It's a kind of league where there's one good team and everyone else is, um, you know, just can be amazing one week and get out results like losing 5-0 the next. So that's what makes Premier League so exciting.
mm,
But yeah,
right.
we got the final week of the transfer window. Is there
Mm.
anyone you're hoping to see or any moves that you're hoping to see happen?
Well, I want Manchester United to buy a wing back.
Yeah, I think they're in talks with Patrick Dorgu from Lecce,
Yeah.
and then the backup they've got Alvaro Fernandez, who's a
Mm.
former Man United player. They could use a buyback clause on that. I think you'll see either one of those join Man United before the transfer window ends.
Mm.
And by the
And
sounds of it, also looks like Marcus Rashford probably is going to go maybe on loan,
to Napoli, I think.
or like I think Barcelona are interested. And then who knows about Garnacho? Garnacho to Chelsea looks the most likely.
Mm.
But I think Amorim probably wants him to stay.
Because he's one
Yeah,
of those key players.
yeah,
I really want to see Manchester United buy a striker.
yeah. They need some experience, but I don't. It doesn't look like they're gonna do something
Mm,
this window. There's no rumors that I've seen.
yeah.
Yeah. You said that you saw read something where Vlahovic might was linked. Yeah,
Yeah, on a newspaper, and so that would be amazing, but we'll see, we'll see.
yeah, exactly.
And so also for Chelsea, they're gonna try and look to depth in their squad and Garnacho, as you said.
Yeah,
I also think Arsenal are looking into midfielders.
yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, they were looking at Naipan,
yeah,
who was a Norwegian 16-year-old. I think he linked to also Man City and Aston Villa.
yes,
So that would be an interesting one. I think they were linked to Zubimendi as well.
yeah, Zubimendi.
So but I would have thought that looking at strikers, Arteta did say he was looking for striker, as well. So that's one to watch. There's not been anyone really linked to them, like categorically. So we'll see what happens. They could do with a striker because that would be the difference for them in a lot of games.
Because Kai
Yeah.
Havertz isn't on
Yeah.
form.
Yeah, I saw Aston Villa were linked to Axel Disasi as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure why. Like Chelsea would obviously want to get rid of him, and for Aston Villa, I'm not sure he starts. But if they can get him on the cheap, then I imagine it's not a good deal to do.
Mm,
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. We'll have, like I said, we'll do a transfer window show maybe at the end of this week.
yeah,
With a couple of days before the window closes, and you know.
we'll see.
We'll see what happens. It'll
Mm,
be an interesting time because the Champions League tomorrow is going to be deciding who goes through.
mm,
And I think that will dictate a lot about what kind of business happens for the rest of the window.
yeah,
Yeah, and then the Europa League is similarly on Thursday, I believe. So,
yes.
exciting week of football ahead. Yeah.
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 Until then,
Yeah, hope you enjoy it. And until then, we'll catch you on the next episode.
yeah, we'll catch you
Yeah.
later.
Have a good week.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.